My Hip Hop Distribution.
Just because it feels the same till the morning comes. Even ropes feel the sun so cold. Just because we're not alone, you echo what you've heard. You let me go just to watch me discern. Just because it feels the same till the morning comes. Even ropes feel the sun so cold.
All right, what is up, pimps? It's your boy Cree. We kind of got to skim it along. I got shit to do today. But, yeah, I wanted to come along in and, I guess, do like a quick reactionary kind of thing. Yesterday, Mike, he made his debut performance live on Birdman Drug Stories with your host, Birdman. I had said some time ago, I was like, hey, man, if you ever get Mike up there, because we know how he is with, tech stuff, right? He's not too keen on, which is okay. He's learning. It's not like it's an overnight expected, thing or whatnot. But I said to Birdman, hey, if you could ever get him on, let me come up and say, hey, be cool. I'm not, yeah, sure, fuck you. And he was kind of like grumbling, like, no, I don't know if I was like, man, come on, man. You're not setting Mike up. It's not a setup. You're not sabotaging him to have a failure. You know what I mean? You're basically letting me on so I can say, hey, formally meet him, and then I'll go about his business. I'll jet, whatever. Damn it, that damn Birdman was using the damn StreamYards. Not only the OG copy, but on the phone. Where I was at, I had decent signal, but it was so chalked up. I couldn't, he tried to bring me up, guys, 3 times. And the entire time, if you notice in the thumbnail, I jokingly had put that little spot where it shows me backstage. And I'm like, because on my end, it looked like I was just backstage the whole time. So as the thing starts rolling along, thanks, Birdman. So I'm like waiting. The signal's getting kind of fucky on their end or something. And then when I come back, I'm like, holy shit. Gray's up there, Chicago Dave, Salma Hayek. Like everybody and their mama was on that panel with Mike, except me, guys. I was like, this has to be an act of the gods trying to intervene. Because I don't know what went wrong. So anyway, I freaking freaked out, went back and watched the video later on that night. And I did see there was multiple spots in there where Birdman tried to let me on. But for some reason, the panel didn't show me up. I couldn't talk. I couldn't do anything. And so I was like, wow. Maybe I need to write Birdman a message in the morning and be like, hey, bro, I didn't mean to freak out on you in a panic attack. I just, it was out of his control. He was honest and truthful and did try to bring me up. It wasn't until I seen the stuff later that he did bring me up on the channel. And it just, for some reason, it wouldn't work. So I was like, you know what? Fuck sending him a text. Let's recap the show and be thorough and say, hey, Birdman, You were right, buddy. You were right. Yeah, Birdman killed that shit. I feel like if he would have been on a computer and a better copy of StreamYards, the damn thing would have turned out so much more swimmingly. Yeah, I seen old Fargo up there hanging out talking. So I was like, well, shit, what a way to justify that than to watch the actual video. I think Mike was so excited about it that he just released something a few hours ago. And he did like the screen over screen. Like, you know, Birdman told me he was having problems getting on, but that's cool that he was able to still get on. Without further ado, I'd like to bring up this vid because we're going to watch together. I only got through the first few minutes of it when it was actually happening. And then when I came home from work last night, I was kind of skimming through a little bit. And I was going to finish the whole thing, and I didn't get a chance to finish it. So we're going to finish it here together. You're going to see the spots where Birdman brought me in, okay? Thank you once again, Birdman. And then also, I wanted to say I had gotten a very interesting TikTok invite yesterday. What the hell? Let me look at it. So in the middle of all this shit going on, I get a new follower. Can you guys guess what that follower might be? I wish. And I was blown away because I'm like, this either has to be a troll account or maybe this is a new rebirth. Where's it at? Because they added me. Do you know what the name of the TikTok was? MARCWRLD2. I said, oh shit, what just happened to the universe? MARCWRLD2? Is that going to be the name of the damn new channel, Mars? I'm about to skate around on YouTube and check this out. But first, let's look at this. Welcome, Michael Russakoff, to what one calls live internet and StreamYard.
Welcome back to a very special edition here on Birdman Drug Stories, an episode that's been over a year in the making, almost 2 years in the making.
Oh, yeah.
Me and my friend Michael Russakoff here, the ADD gang here on YouTube.
Damn it, you know,
we started off, rest in peace, Fan and Leone, both of us. And then we falling out, me and you, and then we went to a YouTube war. Then we made a peace treaty and came together because found out some news about your family. I wanted to support you. I didn't want to kick a man while he's down or anything like that, Mike. So me and you made amends, right? We talked it out via social media. You accepted my apology, and you even apologized to me. Welcome to the channel.
Thank you for having me, Birdman. It's a pleasure to be here, bro. It's a pleasure to be here. Sorry, I'm gonna look goofy, people. I messed up, and to get on here, the stream, I had to use my tablet and my phone to record, and so this is what it is.
I was kind of like, okay, what now? How did it take two devices to utilize StreamYards? But I guess someone that's not as tech savvy as Mike, maybe he wanted to be able to see the chat so that he could answer questions or whatnot. That's the only thing I'm thinking of.
Real close to my tablet, and I'm having to use my phone so I can see me and Birdman's face. So is what it is. But glad to be here, Danny. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm sure we've gotten it out of a lot tougher situations than figuring out how to get the phones through our drug stories and our drug years. And you're an OG in this. I consider myself an OG on the drug story streets, but I mean, you've been getting high longer than I was. You're a little bit older. Tell me about your early days in drugs. What's the first drug other than weed or alcohol that you ever did?
That I ever did? Besides weed and alcohol?
Yeah, what's the first one you had ever did? And like, how old were you? Stuff like that.
At 15, started doing mushrooms, and acid was very easy to get your hands on in my day. I don't know if you've seen any of my older videos, but I got a video with a guy that I went to school with who even says that the high school I went to was the number one drug school in the nation when I was 15. You literally could get your hands on anything you wanted.
That was in Georgia?
So, yeah, Marietta, Georgia. Yep, Cobb County. You hear a lot of crazy shit on the news and stuff. Come to find out, the town I live in is god awful wicked. It's it's Mason is heavy in my town, right? Masons and shit like that. Come to find out, they own and run everything around here. So I didn't know any of this growing up. I've just come to learn this stuff over the past few years, and so I've touched on some of it.
So yeah, you got here now. Let me bring it to this. Once you got into drugs at the age of 15, did you immediately become addicted to hard drugs, or
yes,
kind of
overnight?
15. Sorry, I thought you didn't hear me right. I said I was doing mushrooms at 15. Did you heard that part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't hear which drug it was. Mushrooms at 15. So you were smoking weed and mushrooms with your friends, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it was very easy to get your hands on. What were you saying?
Yeah, drugs are easy to get your hands on in my hometown too. At that age, 15, 16, lots of kids in high school, they're tripping on shrooms right in high school. So
yeah, there's
down in Georgia, one of those.
You see where I come up on panel? Not come up on panel, but he highlighted my comment. I said, "Look at this."
Oh yeah.
What's the drug that you had the worst struggle with?
Probably heroin and crack.
Is one worse?
Probably heroin, morphine, all those. So I did like a 20-year run with opiates, right? And can you hear me? Can you hear me good?
Good.
So it started out like others, start out small, couple pills here and there, and it grew from there. And there came a point where my wife's mother caught cancer, and so we had an exuberant amount of opiates at one time, and that really kind of kicked things off.
Yeah, with the opiates now, did you ever OD, wake up in the hospital, anything like that for your drug days?
I OD'd and woke up, and that was the last time that I used. If my buddy didn't have 2 Narcan canisters, I wouldn't be here telling you the story.
Damn, so they hit you with the Narcan and you came back too. That's pretty crazy. Now, when did you have your breaking point of when enough was enough? Everybody has that breaking point where
then that was it. That was enough hell to go through. Have you ever been Narcaned?
Yeah, I've been Narcan a few times in the same day. I had a 3 overdose day back in my heroin days up near Boston. So they actually Narcan me 3 times, and I walked out against medical advice 3 times in the same day from a hospital out in Westboro, Massachusetts. I walked out against medical advice 3 times in a row. I kept overdosing, hit with the Narcan, and then I'd go back out again.
Right.
So unfortunately, because they say that after you get hit with the Narcan the first time, that if you go out and get high again, that you're more liable to overdose for a second time much easier.
Right. And you're even supposed to, you can't even do dope for so many hours. You know that, right?
Yeah. I kind of went right back to the spot and just got some and did it again, and then I fell out again.
My guy made me wait 2 hours after he Narcan me. And those few hours was hell on earth. You've been there.
Yeah.
Hell on earth,
Zombie.
What's that?
I was like a half dead zombie by the time I get back to life.
You know it.
Like, fuck it. I go get high, I die again.
Hell on earth. I drove after getting Narcaned.
That's never
Did you
fun.
hear that?
Yeah, you drove after getting Narcan. Now were you driving?
I got 2-3 miles down the road and realized that this wasn't happening, and I was doing this behind my wife's back, right? So I couldn't get caught. If my wife could have called me at any moment, my whole life would have, expired right then and there. Cops coming after me and all that, right? So I go back to my buddy's house and beg him. And I had given him some methadone I traded it for the heroin, right?
Well,
So
time out. This guy took a trade where you traded methadone for heroin. That's a great trade for you. I mean, he got the shit out of this. I'd rather, if I was doing drugs, I'd rather have heroin than methadone.
He's like, Birdman, we do it all around this motherfucker.
You got a good deal there, Mike.
So I traded out with this guy that used to be my plug, and I went back to his house. I drove 3 miles up the road, got up the street, and was hallucinating, couldn't see. I was scared for my life. I was going to get in a wreck, and my wife was going to call. I pull over the first gas station. I shit my brains out, and I was sick as a dog. You know the feeling. Crawled back in my car, drove to my buddy's house with covering one eye. You ever been so drunk you had to cover one eye?
But normally I would try sobering up with some cocaine if I ever got that drunk and I had to drive. And don't do drugs. But
you know what I'm saying, though, right? Incoming call. Guess who's trying to call me? I can't put that on there, though. You there?
I guess.
I think Miss Cray's trying to call me.
He wants to say hi, but I didn't want you.
What's that?
He wanted to come up. He wanted to come up on the show as well. Would it be okay if we had him up? And he said he was coming in peace. He's not coming to start no beef. But I said only if it's okay with Mike, because I like to have you on. But
who?
Cree.
Sure, bring him on.
Bring him on. Let me send him the link. This is going to be epic. And he promised me, I got the messages to show you if you need to, that promised me that he was going to come in peace. So, Cree, setting it up right now. Just stay with Mike. Copy the link.
What about Miss Cray? Miss Cray's trying to call me and trying to get in here right now.
That's all right.
Miss Cray.
He'll be up in a minute.
Look at it.
He wanted to come up because you're a tough guy to get a hold of. When he found out that you were coming on the show tonight, he was like, "Oh my God, can I go up and say hi?" I'm like, "Well, I can't let you just come up without permission."
Right.
I didn't want you
to
feel
look,
like I was doing some shady shit. So, but if it's okay,
straight up, I almost cussed Birdman out. Not legit, but just on I can't fucking believe this, Birdman. This is not debatable. Like, you have to let me in. Let me in.
Him the link. Cree, if you're out there watching, I sent you the link. I texted it to you.
Yeah, see, I got that, but I didn't see this part of the video.
You want to come up, and this is classic. This is like Kumbaya. We're all going to hold hands on the internet, sing.
But honestly, Birdman, what I really wanted you to do was not tell him. Do not forewarn him. Just let me pop up.
Kumbaya. About the whole
tell Miss Cray, I'm sorry. I wanted to bring you on, but it kind of messed up. I got too much. Tell Miss Gray, I got too much going on here.
Yeah, too much. Well, we got a bunch of people tuning in live, and Chicago Dave. Do you know Chicago Dave? He's been on my channel.
Yeah, it was fucking
times.
epic, man. Even Chicago Dave came in.
Guy that's fighting the good fight out of Chicago. I had a couple of interviews with him on the channel. He has some classic interviews. Great storyteller. Chicago Dave is checking in right now from Chicago live, and he wanted to say what's up to you, Mike. Chicago.
Okay.
Up. We got another station that says homeless in America. He's watching Stockton,
Hell yeah.
Always watching our channel. So he's tuning in right now. I sent Cray the link. Hold on.
What's up, homeless in America guy? Tell him I said what's up.
Yeah.
Can you hear me good?
Yeah, you're coming through. Yeah. Loud and clear. M. Gray wants to come up. Can M. Gray come up?
Yeah, come on.
M. Gray, I don't know how to set the link up. I'm just gonna put the.
See, look, this is the next step. Mike should have been getting invested into this personally from some time ago, but not everybody's into like talking on the internet and all that stuff. It's just, I think, Mike, if you want to expand your horizons, you're gonna have to start getting into lives.
The link in the chat. How do I put the link in the chat? Cree, forward her the link.
See, I didn't hear any of that.
I'm trying to figure out how
it's like somehow the signal is just...
I'm like having to do some mirror shit to see this. You see that, right? I got to use my phone to see the screen.
Yeah, it's working.
I don't understand, Mike. How the
you
hell
can see it?
Do you need two devices?
Yeah, you got it set up perfect.
Oh, wait, you can't see that. It would actually be backwards. Maybe you can.
Oh, and that's another.
If I'm on your screen.
Okay. The 3 points that I wanted to bring up in this entire video is A, Birdman, get the full copy of StreamYards. B, get off the phone doing it. Get a computer. And C, Mike, do not be doing streams like this in a basement, bro. You're like totally blocking reception. And this whole thing just gets real laggy real soon. I do remember that much because I was backstage.
Okay, I'm on your screen. No.
Yeah.
Well, maybe this will kind of show you. Now you can see what I got going on. But the opposite way.
I don't understand what he's talking about because we only see one screen.
Where you at, Gray?
Oh, right
I just
here.
put the link in the chat. Figured it out, Mike. We're good. Sorry for the delay, everybody. I just figured out how to put the link in the chat. And I just put the link in the chat. So M. Gray, if you want to come, Chicago Dave, if you want to come up, let's make a party out of the big 2 years in the wait. Mike, ADD advocate, Rusikov coming on. Check out his channel. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe over there. I'm Mike Rusikov.
I'll tell you what I
We're
was
trying
going
to
to
get up
say.
1,000 subscribers too. We're going to help him do that today. So the loyal Bird Gang, go over there, drop him a like and a sub. He's a good dude. We went to YouTube war. We shook hands. And then, we came to an understanding. And now he's here on the channel telling some good drug stories. Now, I put the link in the chat there for anybody who wants to click on it. I'm not sure if it even works, but there it is, the link. All right, we got someone in the we got M. Grays coming up, wants to say hi. This is going to be classic here. We're going to add to the stream. All right.
Hey.
Hey, girl.
What's up?
I missed this.
Hey.
Hey, ADD fam.
Hey, I didn't mean to. I wasn't trying to not short you, but I'm using two mechanisms here to make this thing happen.
Okay.
I messed up and I'm using my tablet, but it's facing the opposite direction.
I think I know what Mike's doing. He's got one phone over the other phone or whatever, and he's having to like stream. Oh, wow. I see what he's talking about now.
And so I'm having to use my phone to be able to see the screen.
Yes, sir.
But here my ugly ass is. And I respect what you did over there, M. Gray. I saw the video you going off on Mars, and I thought that was freaking I thought that was freaking hilarious.
It was nice.
You remind me of a girl me. And I'm sure I'm the same for you.
Well, yeah, and it just really bothered me. And I mean, like, people can have confidence, but when that confidence goes off into being just grossly disrespectful.
Oh, whoa, there's me.
So.
Right.
Okay, look. You see that? I couldn't see me. It showed me backstage the entire time. And what I was going to say, Mike, is as soon as that little panel popped up with your image, I was going to say, when badass arrives.
We got Chicago.
Maybe I was the panel that broke the whole fucking thing. Because it started getting really bad.
What's up?
What's up, Mike? What's up, Bird?
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Pretty good.
Remember?
Good.
Remember the part in that one video with Seth Ferrante when he goes, when badass arrives? And he's like, yee. Remember that video? That's what I was going to say. I was going to say the opening line.
Yep.
Damn, Chicago Dave was up there and everything. Man, I could have said hey to everyone.
What's that? What's that, Bird?
Is he cutting out? I think you're cutting out.
They're probably like Creed wussed out.
Yeah, I think there's too many of us in here, so we
Creed was so terrified, Mike wussed him off the panel.
can't hear Birdman anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and jump out.
Good seeing you, bud.
All right, take care, guys.
Yeah, he is. This is just the start.
I think it might be your connection.
Can you hear me clear?
Yeah.
Okay, I can. Yeah, that didn't cut out this time, Birdman.
I think we're good. I think having 5 in the room was like a limit.
Yeah.
Oh, really? That's weird.
I'm 5.
When you're on a phone and shit, yeah. Hey.
Great, I'm great. Let's talk about you touching up MARCWRLD or MARCWRLD. You fucking touched him up. You said you were gonna beat his ass. That was the most hilarious.
Yeah. I don't know. Like he's constantly talking about beating people up.
Wow.
and like that bothers me. So, and I mean, I'm not a short, I'm like almost 6 feet tall, and I work out and shit. So I would love to have a fair fight between he and I. And I've said multiple times, like, hey, why don't you, why don't, I would totally set something up to box him or just like fucking fist fight, whatever, but he won't.
Yeah, he's always.
Uh-oh, it's cutting out. It's cutting out. Hey, you're not lagging. What are you using for a microphone?
See, this interview.
No, Bird. What do you?
This interview would have been a really nice one had the right ingredients been set in place. It's fine. I mean, shit. Rome wasn't built overnight, and it turned out fine. This was a big step for Mike. Proud of you, Birdman. You did good.
What are you using for a microphone?
My phone.
Okay. Because your picture is good. Hey, I'm gonna jump out and see if maybe it is some sort of connection. So
it was good talking to you. I'm Gray.
Yeah, that was hilarious, Mike, wasn't it? Where she got on Cristiano and she said straight up, MARCWRLD is gonna punch you in the face. I'll fight you if I see you. And he didn't know what to say. Like, what?
Yeah, much reminded me of myself. I had to admit.
And that was hilarious. We had Chicago Dave came up. He's a really good dude, Mike. I'll tell you that. I've been in contact with Chicago Dave for over 2 years. I met Chicago Dave over on your friend Leone, and that's how me and Chicago Dave connected a couple years ago. And I talk to him all the time, quite often. And he's been a couple times, and he's a good dude, fighting the good fight out in Chicago. He has some crazy, gritty, gutter drug stories. He's came on my channel and told a couple of them. They were classic stories. So you got a crazy story. Now that we get back the focus back on you, Mike. Now that everybody has cleared out, came in and gave everyone's come say and give their salute to Mike today.
Salute.
Everyone give you a big salute there on the channel. So let's get it poppy here. Do you have what's a crazy crack story you got? Next.
What's that crazy crack story? Is that what you said?
That's right.
What's that?
Yeah.
I think you can see in one of my videos, there's a place I used to go. I actually have a video of this, right? And the hood's literally right next to the highway. Literally, you pull off the main road and you go behind this apartment complex to the back, right? The other side of when you're in the back parking lot. The other side of the fence is some grass and the highway, right? You with me?
Yeah.
I'm back there. I just pull around there. And as soon as you get back there Friday or Saturday night, you got like 10, 15, 20 people come up to your car and approaching you, right? And they're fighting each other to get your business, keep in mind, right? So they're all sticking their hand in your face and trying to outdo one another. I got this, I got that. I get, I'll cut you a deal, whatever. Like I said, they're literally in a fight with each other for your business. I pull up around back. There's like 10 hands in my car, right? And a cop pulls up alongside the highway and shines his light at me, right? I say, "Oh, F." I say, "Gotta go. Sorry, guys." And I stomp it. And I don't even mean to, right? I got like 10 people's hands in my car, all full of rock in their hands, right?
Yeah.
I get out of there. I pull out on the main, where I'm talking about, where this cop pulled over on the side of the highway. The exit is like less than 50 yards, right? Literally 20 to 40 yards. Cop guns it, stomps it. I stomp it. I pull out of there. I get out on the main road, just like seriously in the pins and needles, no shit. I literally.
What now? Let me see this. I said he can't do it. Oh, very, very good point. Look, Zero is like the historian. He can remember all events, times, places. That's one of the strengths I like about Zero. And yes, he did. That was very true. This was actually weeks ago. There was some kind of a pact or something. I guess he knew that back then Ryan was on the outs with Birdman, and I guess for Mike to stay true to his friendship, his brotherhood with Ryan. He vowed. You know, that's crazy. And here we are.
Get out on this road and turn the other way as this cop's coming around the corner with his lights on. Pulls up, he stomps it, and he's coming at me. I'm going the other way. Stomps it, pulls in there, and I just got out of there. That about gave me a heart attack, right? So here I am with like $500 worth of crack in my car, and I just get away for free now. That was probably one of the craziest. I've been beat up, robbed, all that, you know.
Where'd you have to go down to different hoods and shit to get it?
And that,
You know, it's
that
dangerous
doesn't
out there after
embarrass
midnight, you know
you?
what I mean? Steve?
Clown.
Oh yeah,
Where you
oh
are.
yeah, oh yeah. Was out in them streets, you know, every weekend, all night, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. As the years went on, I obviously got smarter and hip to it, and just started getting, you know, regular dealers where I didn't have to go in the street. This was when I was much younger when this happened. In my 20s, I think I was 21 before I went to boot camp. So, you know, later on I smartened up, and right after that, you know, met bigger, better plugs, you know, where I didn't have to go out in the street to get the shit anymore.
After that,
So-
did you get over on a plug or put yourself? I used to do this shit all the time. That's why I'm asking. I used to always do shit like this. I would get over on a plug. I would like rob a plug or like not pay him back. Did you ever get into hot water? You like, you know, owe the wrong person money, and now you're like, oh shit, what do I do? Never been in that spot?
Lived in that spot, bro. Lived there. Lived there a couple of years. You know the deal.
Yeah.
I literally lived there for a few years. That was one of the contributing factors to quitting. You know,
Yeah. Even
I got tired.
all my deals.
I got tired and scared. You know, it got old after a while. I was scared to go meet the plug because I owed so many people, you know, in that little realm.
Yeah, and they all, where I'm from, they all kind of interact with each other too. So if I was going bad, you know, I got myself in this spot. I go somewhere to buy something, and I was gonna go pay cash, and some dude that I owed money to be sitting there waiting on me, right? And he's like, "Yo, Bird, you got my money," and I wouldn't have the money for both. And then I get myself into hot water that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got you know, in the wrong spot at the wrong time, owing too many people around town money. You paint yourself into that corner, and it's not a good way to live. You know what I mean? It ended me up on the street, like, you know what I'm saying, homeless on a park bench, you know, as a junkie. That's no life to live. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thank God I always managed to stay one just barely above water. Somehow, some way, I out of all the crap I ever went through, I always had a couch to surf on. I was never homeless, I could say.
Yeah, I
So,
remember when he said
I've
that
come very
part.
close to it, but I've lived in hotels for years.
Because I tried to come back after
I've
he
been
said that, the
strung
couch
out.
surfing thing.
I've, you know, barely
I was out
got
on a
by,
run.
county change, panhandle, rob, stole, you name, you know the deal. You name it, I've done it
Yeah,
and had to do
we
it.
know.
You know?
Yeah, you gotta do it. But you're living that drug, and you have no choice. Your addiction is king. Your addiction is boss, and your addiction is calling the shots.
Yep. Facts.
And now look at you. Now you freaking. How many rescue kittens you got? You said in the teens. My wife was asking me how many cats you got, rescue cats, because now you're rescuing, you know, all these cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me count. 4 permanent cats, 4 cats that 2 maybe rescue or they may become family. That's up in the air. And 3 or 4 outside. And the outside, I could be wrong. There's a mama that keeps getting pregnant and having babies. My wife swears that there's babies out there, and I don't even see them all. You see the little house hut that I built in the backyard, right? So there's
I had a really scary idea just kind of wash over me yesterday. These animals, he's trying to rescue them for the greater good so that they have a chance at a healthy life, I guess. But in reality, I think it's turning into like a collection. He means well. He's doing the right thing. It's very nice. Nobody, you know, has to make you do that. But it's turning into every cat he comes across he has to keep. So now they're getting up in the double digits, maybe.
Cats that come and go, and when I go out there to feed them, they run. So I don't even know how many's out there. I want to say 5 or 6.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, that's
and
not
we're-
bad. That's not bad.
Cats
And
that-
we're all the time getting them, and getting them shots. A few of them we've taken, and
Because I'm sure he has specific cats he keeps indoors that have been to the veterinarian and all that. Like those are the inside, those are their immediate family pets. But then the other ones that he's building shelters for, feeding, letting them go run away and tomcat off somewhere and then come back. And those he's just trying to, they kind of linger, but I don't know. He still keeps them.
and get adopted, but we haven't been successful enough at our overturn rate. We more pretty much just house them,
find good homes, dependable good homes for them too. You
Yeah,
know, you
what
get
up, Luke?
attached to them. You don't want to give up to fucking anybody.
Yeah, exactly. We had one that we had one that we're a lady that we knew who's in some of the stories, and she was going to
Technically,
take one up.
these are YouTube cats. They're celebrity cats, guys. Thanks for that, Zero.
And then she acted like a nut, and so my wife backed out. So we wound up keeping one that we were going to rescue out.
Yeah,
So that got one of those bad vibes off a lady,
one of your cat's name's named Mitzi.
No, Bitsy
You
Bell,
have Diego
Bubba
Delgado.
Giz, Pierre. Pierre was in the garage. He was from out.
We're gonna pit both of their Diego cats against each other after this interview and see who wins.
Outdoors.
What's the orange?
Actually, they're all from outdoors, technically.
I knew it.
Bubba Giz we had his mom. His mom got away when we lived in Sandy Springs. Bubba Giz was a baby, and he was out and walking in the rain. And me and my wife went out and got him when he was a baby, and we've raised him. He's our oldest cat, Bubba Giz. He's a few years old. Then there's Bitsy Bell, my wife picked up from a place where I was working. She was an outdoor cat. Then there's Pierre, who was an outdoor cat that I bring inside last Christmas. If you go back my videos far enough, you'll see where Pierre was in the garage at one time, and he was a baby. He had an eye infection. We housed him in the basement all last winter till he got better. Now he's a full-grown indoor cat, and then there's 4 babies.
He's thinking really hard. Damn, I get too much stress on you, bro.
What's that?
Is that the orange ones, or which ones are the orange ones? Because I got an orange one. Diego. It's a male cat. We have a Diego.
There's 2. There's a full-grown orange cat who's Pierre, and then there's another cat, Buddy. He was outside all winter last winter. He just came in. We trapped him and bring him inside a few months ago. And he's like, there's orange, and then there's orange and tan mix. So there's Buddy Bud and Pierre, right? Buddy Bud is like the tan, creamy, peachy gray, and Buddy Bud is red and white. There's babies that I think are their kin.
So
There's
yeah,
2.
I don't know what happened somewhere along the line of this interview. We got on the subject of the cat kingdom. Still, that was really cool. That he had Mike on. I'm fixing to have to get out of here and go to work, but I wanted to kind of brush over this and just hang out for a minute. Not sure if I'm going to be on tonight, but that was a really good interview, guys. I'm going to pin Birdman's link to that video underneath this one when this is over so that you can go finish it if you want. Or if you're feeling it and you like the content over there, stop by Birdman Drug Stories. Give him a sub, give him a like. Go under this video, Mike. Leave Mike a message. Tell him, how awesome it was for him to come on, shit like that. Also, if you want, go sub to Mike. He'd love to see you all. And you want me to bring on Carlos? I tried to see if Mars wanted to come on last night. I pitched him a message. I was like, hey, you want to make some money? and he never even opened the message. So maybe he's doing a vacation away from the internet. Maybe, I don't know. But if you guys want, I'll holler at Carlos, see what he's up to. Yeah. Make sure you go by and watch that vid, though. Thanks everybody stopping by in the chat, giving me the laughs, the visits. But we may or may not be back here in the next so many amount of hours. But y'all be safe, be good. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that like if you don't mind. I love you all. Peace.